I'll try and use me to shelter you from the wind. So good morning, welcome back to the Dango's Outdoors YouTube channel. If you're new around here, ever think about subscribing. I put out videos nearly every Sunday morning, so that's what you get in return. Now today I'm out doing some proper Dango's Outdoorsing. I'm on a stretch of river that I've only fished once before. I'll admit it's a little bit late in the day now, it's about 11. I wanted to fish somewhere else, but it took me ages to find the gate, and when I did it was locked. It didn't have one of the club's keys on it, and it's actually something I've experienced a couple of times this winter when I'm coming out looking for areas that people don't fish very often, and starting to find out perhaps there's a reason why, because access isn't great. But yeah, I've come here, I fished here once before, I've lure fished it, and I did catch when I lure fished it, so come back with dead baits and I'm going to get a lure rod going as well. And yeah, it's freezing cold, it has been snowing. Let me show you this, there's already some ice on the path. Yep, I just pray I can get my car out when I leave here. I've got 4 or 5 swims, working my way back to the car to try, give it maybe an hour in each, a little bit longer than usual, but it's freezing cold, so I'm going to give the fish a chance to find these baits. Mackerel out down that edge, pollen next to this tree there, see how it goes. Oh, that was deep. Okay, spot number 2, same rods out again, just fishing close in the deep water next to the snags. I might cast a little bit further out as well, sort of the last 15-20 minutes in each spot, just to see if they're out in the current a bit more, which I doubt on a day like today. God, the crows are at it. Are they crows? Jackdaws, whatever. Rooks maybe. Yeah, it's colder than my ex's heart. It is freezing. It is, I think, hovering around 0. The ground is rock hard, but yeah, these are winter pike days. Gotta be in it to win it. As promised, I'm just going to chuck my right hand rod a bit further out. A few fresh holes in the bait first. Ooh, how deep is your swim? Your swim. How deep is your swim? So we're coming to the end of the time I'm going to spend in my second spot here. And if I haven't mentioned it already, it is really cold today. And it has been a lot recently, like snow, ice, sleet, just all the time. And a lot of that will have run into the rivers with a load of salt and stuff off the roads as well. So the conditions are really against us today. Yeah, that means that we've got to stay active, keep swapping swims, but when we do go in a swim, give it a little bit longer, because those fish are not going to be moving about a lot. If they're there, they might take a little bit longer to find your hook bait. Yeah, I went to a commercial yesterday with Alex, and he blanked and I caught 2 tiny roach. It's quite nice to see the man blank, actually. We worked out that I think he's gone 7 or 8 sessions now without blanking, so it's really nice to witness that finally happen. Yeah, so good on you, mate. Cheered me right up. No, unfortunately, yeah, we didn't see anything move all day. We saw one carp, that the only reason it moved because I landed my float rig right on top of it. But yeah, thought I'd come out piking today, because that's just about the only fish that'll feed in these conditions. In some countries they actually call pike northern pike, because they live so far north, they're used to cold temperatures, and they will generally feed even if it's iced over and freezing cold, if you can find them and put your bait near them, of course. So I'll give it another 10 minutes here and then try a little hole in the bush sort of swim a little bit further up. So warning, this is about to be a little bit gruesome. I've just taken a head off my mackerel. A little tip is to just cut behind the gills and leave a few of the gills on, because they are packed full of blood. Right, you can look back now. There we go, just in front of those snags down there. Only one rod in this spot because it's very tight. It's right next to a footpath as well. I've already had some people going by and I don't want anyone treading on my rod tips. Don't want anyone treading on any of my tips. So this is something I don't really show myself doing, but I've just wound in that last spot, about to move. But before I do, I'm just going to run ahead of myself with my mackerel head and throw it into a swim that I'm planning on fishing further on in the day. Let's get down there now. Here we go, so I've already chucked a couple of bits off my pollen in here. This will join now. And that's it. Let's just hope that there's a few bits of fish, get any pike that are maybe in the area already, moving around, looking for food. I don't necessarily think it brings pike in, but at least the fish that are there might be turned on a bit more. Really shallow. Give this one a bit of a lob. Better. So this spot feels really shallow. Even when I've gone a bit further out, it's not taking long for my bait to touch down. We'll give it a while, see what's here, because the spots I've fished already have been quite deep and nothing's happened there, so maybe a change is a good thing. Time to move on and go order a drink at the Last Chance Saloon. Damn! Well, I was going to put on a fresh bait anyway. My last spot, so I'm going to give it my all, fresh baits and everything. I'm going to try an eel section. I don't often use these, but I bought a mixed pack of baits and this was in it. So I've trimmed it down and I think it looks quite good as a hook bait. You know, nothing else has worked today, so maybe something different will. So just one treble in the top of it there. Find the one with the point. The barb, sorry, there we go, because I've crushed down two of the barbs, just left one on to hold the bait. Bang, there we go. Let's give that a try. Smells different anyway. Now that felt good, decent bit of depth but not too deep, and a nice firm drop when it went down. I'm pretty confident that's well presented. And a new mackerel on this one. The pollen's come off. I've never had much confidence in pollen, to be fair. I think a lot of it comes from the fact that I once lost a really big fish on a pollen and I saw it all happen close in. It shook its head. It's like it used the weight of the bait because it's quite a thick, dense bait, and it just threw the hooks out of its mouth, and man, I was gutted. I can picture it now. Oh. Damn it, drop take. Well, I dropped take there. Generally speaking, I don't get many of them, but I think it was a smaller fish because it didn't even pull the line out of the clip. As you can see, it's getting pretty dark and pretty cold now, so I think just another 10 minutes here, then I'll have to get out of here. I kind of want to go before the road that I'm parked on freezes over fully, just to make sure I get out of here. Luckily, I can get back out again in maybe 2-3 days time, something like that. Whether or not I'll come back here or go somewhere else, I haven't really decided yet, but yeah, another 10 minutes here, then I'll have to call it a day. Okay, it's a few days later and that pike didn't return. And in the meantime, we've gone into our third lockdown here in the UK, for those of you not watching in the UK, which did mean at the time that we couldn't go fishing again. But the Angling Trust have worked on it and we can go again. It counts as exercise and recreation. As long as we keep it local and we don't overnight fish, we can do that. So I could have gone today, but look at this weather. I thought I'd do this outside just to show you. We are getting loads of snow here. It is amazing. Fortunately, I've been furloughed again, which kind of seems all, you know, great at first, but actually after a few days it becomes really boring, and I'd just rather be back at work. You know, I can't speak for everyone here, but personally I'd just rather be working. I've lost about a month's wages, salary in the last 10 months, and I'm set to lose more, so it isn't all fun and games. Yeah, but yeah, it's a situation we're in. So I'm still going to go fishing. I'm going to restrict it to maybe 1 or 2 trips a week, and I am going to stay local. I've already written off a load of waters because to get to them I'd have to drive past another water, and I just can't justify that at the moment. That's not the point of it. And let's face it, I should be staying at home and protecting the NHS, as they say, because it's not the fishing itself that's dangerous and a spreader of coronavirus. It's, do I have a car accident to or from the venue, which in these conditions is realistic? Do I get stuck? Do I get hypothermia, you know, and put that extra strain on the emergency services? So yeah, I'm not going to take the mick. I'll still do enough fishing to put out a video every week, I hope. And I've decided to put this video out anyway, just to give you a bit of context of what's going on. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Good luck to all of you who are on furlough. Let's hope we get through this quickly. And of course, a big thank you to all the key workers, essential workers, emergency services, everyone who's keeping us going at the moment. Yeah, cheers guys. Hope you catch a big fish, and I'll see you next time.